AI is eating power grids for breakfast. Welcome back to Unlocking the Future. We're tackling the clash between AI and the global energy crisis. But before we dive in, did you know that 65% of our listeners aren't following us? If you enjoy our show and love all things tech, please do us a favor. Hit that follow button and collect our episodes on pods.media. Your support truly means the world to us. Thanks, everyone.
All right, get this. AI, the tech that's supposed to solve all our problems, might actually be creating a whole new one. It turns out those algorithms, they're real energy hogs. We've got a stack of reports and research here. They all dive deep into this issue. We're talking projections of AI-related energy demand skyrocketing tenfold by 2030. That's every single person on the planet suddenly using 10 times more electricity, just because of AI.
What's interesting here is that we think of AI as this ethereal, digital thing, but it has a very real physical footprint when it comes to energy. And it's not just about the energy. Used to run AI applications. They're training these large language models, the ones that power things like ChatGPT. That's where the real energy drain starts. So it's like the difference between leaving a light bulb on all the time and running a marathon.
That's a great analogy. Training a model like GPT-4, for instance, probably consumed millions of kilowatt hours, which is roughly the same amount of energy used by a small town in a year. And every time we interact with these models, asking them questions or generating content, that also takes energy. We call that inference.
Energy-wise. Hold on. So even just asking ChatGPT to write a poem is contributing to this energy problem?
In a way, yes. Each interaction might seem insignificant, but when you multiply it by millions of users globally, it adds up. And then there's the infrastructure behind all of this. The data centers, they're basically warehouses filled with servers running 24/7, processing all this information. They require a massive amount of energy, not only to run the servers, but also to keep them cool.
I've heard that keeping those data centers cool is a huge challenge. Is it really as bad as people say?
It's a significant issue. Some projections estimate that data centers could consume 10% of global electricity demand by 2027. Imagine the strain that puts on our power grids. We're already seeing countries like Ireland having to restrict the construction of new data centers to prevent blackouts.
So this isn't just some theoretical problem, it's impacting real people and could have serious consequences. What does this mean for us? I mean, why should our listeners care about AI's energy consumption?
Increased energy demand inevitably leads to higher electricity prices. This affects everyone. It also puts a strain on existing power grids, potentially leading to more blackouts and instability. And if we're not careful, it could limit the availability of future AI technologies, especially in regions with limited energy resources.
So it's not just about the lights staying on. It's about our access to these potentially life-changing technologies and the overall stability of our energy systems. So let's break down how AI uses energy, and then we can explore some of the potential solutions being developed to tackle this energy monster.
That sounds like a good plan. Let's start with the three main ways AI consumes power: training, inference, and the data centers themselves. We left off talking about the three major ways AI consumes power: training those massive AI models, using them for everyday tasks, inference, and keeping the data centers that house it all humming along.
And it sounds like each of these areas presents its own set of challenges. But before we get lost in the darkness of this energy crisis, let's shed some light on potential solutions. Our sources point to some pretty exciting innovations aimed at making AI more sustainable.
One of the most promising developments is the rise of what's called tiny AI, or edge AI. Instead of relying on huge data centers, imagine running complex AI algorithms right on your smartphone.
Instead of sending data to the cloud, the processing happens locally. That seems like a big shift. What are the advantages of that?
It cuts down on data transfer, which saves energy. Think of voice assistants like Siri or Alexa. They can process simple commands right on your phone, no internet needed. That's edge AI in action. But the potential goes far beyond voice commands. We're talking about running more complex AI applications on devices, potentially revolutionizing everything from healthcare to transportation.
That's incredible. It's like having a mini supercomputer in your pocket. Are there any limitations to edge AI?
Of course, it's not a silver bullet for really complex tasks like training large language models. You still need the power of those data centers. But for many everyday applications, Edge AI can make a big difference in terms of energy efficiency.
So it's about finding the right balance between centralized and decentralized processing power. What about the hardware itself? Any breakthroughs on that front?
Absolutely. Companies like NVIDIA are developing specialized chips called GPUs, which are designed specifically for AI workloads. These GPUs are much more energy efficient than traditional CPUs, especially for tasks like deep learning.
It's like upgrading from a gas-guzzling truck to a sleek electric car, but for AI.
Exactly. And it's not just the big players. Startups like Graphcore are developing their own specialized chips, like the Intelligence Processing Unit, or IPU, which they claim is even more efficient than GPUs for certain AI applications.
So there's a whole ecosystem of innovation popping up around energy-efficient AI hardware. It sounds like sustainability is no longer an afterthought. It's becoming a core focus.
It's a necessity, really. The industry is realizing that sustainable AI isn't just good for the planet, it's good for business. Energy efficiency translates to cost savings, and companies that prioritize sustainability are increasingly attractive to investors and customers.
It's a win. But let's not forget about the elephant in the room, the energy source itself. What's happening on the renewable energy front?
Renewable energy is becoming increasingly crucial for powering AI. Google, for example, has pledged to operate all its data centers and offices on carbon-free energy by 2030. They're investing heavily in solar and wind farms to achieve this.
Wow, that's a major commitment. Are other tech giants following suit?
Many are. Microsoft is also investing significantly in renewable energy for its data centers. And even Meta, formerly Facebook, aims to power its operations entirely with renewable energy in the near future.
It's encouraging to see these industry leaders stepping up. Yeah. But what about smaller organizations or startups? Can they afford to join this green AI movement?
That's a valid concern. The good news is that the cost of renewable energy has been decreasing steadily, making it more accessible. There are also initiatives like the Green AI Hub.
So there's a growing awareness that green AI isn't just a luxury, it's essential for the future of this technology. It's not just about making AI itself more efficient, it's about using AI to make everything else more efficient as well.
Exactly. We've seen how AI can optimize energy consumption in various sectors. For instance, Google's DeepMind used AI to reduce energy consumption in its data centers by a whopping 40%.
That's incredible. So AI can actually help us solve the energy crisis it's contributing to.
It has the potential to be a powerful tool. AI can be used to predict energy demand more accurately, which leads to better resource allocation and reduces waste. It can also optimize the operation of power grids, making them more efficient and reliable.
It sounds like AI can be both the problem and the solution. It all comes down to how we develop and utilize this technology. But AI is still in its early stages, right? Who knows what other incredible innovations are on the horizon?
We're just scratching the surface. The field of AI is constantly evolving, and the possibilities are endless.
That's a great note to end on for this part of our deep dive. When we come back, we'll explore the potential future of AI and energy and discuss what steps we can take to ensure a sustainable path forward. Stay tuned.
Let's take a quick break here. Okay, we are open for partnerships. Got a cool project? We've got the spotlight you need. We're opening our doors to a limited number of newsletters and podcast sponsorships, offering an exclusive opportunity to promote your brand and connect with our passionate audience. Check out the link in our newsletter or hit us up across all socials.
Welcome back to Unlocking the Future. For the final part of our deep dive into the complex relationship between AI and the global energy crisis, we've explored how AI can be both a power-hungry beast and a potential savior. In our quest for a sustainable future,
We've discussed innovative solutions like Edge AI, energy-efficient hardware, and the growing role of renewable energy in powering the AI revolution.
but now Let's gaze into our crystal ball and explore what the future holds for AI and energy. Will we be able to power our AI dreams without plunging the world into darkness?
Predicting the future is always tricky, but there are some emerging trends that provide a glimpse into what might be coming. One possibility is the continued growth of decentralized AI, where more processing happens on devices.
So instead of relying on these energy-intensive data centers, we can see a shift towards more localized AI processing.
Exactly. This could significantly reduce energy consumption and make AI more accessible. In regions with limited infrastructure, imagine a world where even remote villages can benefit from AI-powered healthcare or education without needing access to massive computing power.
It's a powerful vision of a more equitable and sustainable AI landscape. What other possibilities are on the horizon?
Another exciting area is energy storage. If we can develop efficient and affordable ways to store energy from renewable sources like solar and wind, it could revolutionize how we power everything, including AI.
It's been a major hurdle for renewables, hasn't it? The sun doesn't always shine, and the wind doesn't always blow. Right.
But there are some promising technologies in development: advanced battery technology, pumped hydro storage, even hydrogen fuel cells could hold the key to unlocking the full potential of renewables for powering AI and beyond.
So it's not just about generating more green energy, it's about storing it effectively so we can use it when we need it. That could be a game changer.
Absolutely. And we're also seeing AI itself being used to optimize energy consumption across various industries. We talked about how Google DeepMind reduced energy use in its data centers, but imagine that kind of optimization applied to entire power grids, manufacturing processes, even transportation systems.
It's like AI could become this invisible energy manager, helping us use resources more efficiently and sustainably.
Precisely. AI can help us make better decisions about how we produce, distribute, and consume energy. It's not just about making AI itself more efficient, it's about using AI to make everything else more efficient as well.
But even with all this potential for progress, there are still challenges and risks we need to consider, right?
One of the biggest concerns is that the demand for AI could grow faster than our ability to supply clean energy. If we continue to rely on fossil fuels to power AI's expansion, it could exacerbate climate change and undermine all the progress we're trying to make.
So we need to ensure that the growth of AI is powered by sustainable energy sources, not by dirty fossil fuels. What other challenges do we need to be aware of?
Another potential issue is job displacement. As AI becomes more sophisticated, it could automate tasks currently performed by humans, potentially leading to job losses in certain sectors.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to give a massive shout out to our partners at Perks, the masterminds behind some seriously awesome free marketing tools for, you guessed it, for on-chain creators. Definitely check them out on Farcaster and X. Give them a follow and get involved with their community.
It's crucial that we address this proactively by investing in retraining and reskilling programs.
That classic dilemma of technological advancement. Progress often comes with disruption. While AI offers incredible opportunities, we need to be mindful of its potential impact on the workforce and ensure that the benefits are shared widely and equitably.
Absolutely. And we all have a role to play in shaping a positive and sustainable future for AI and energy.
What can our listeners do to contribute to this effort?
Stay informed, follow the latest developments in AI and energy, support companies and organizations committed to sustainable practices, and most importantly, advocate for policies that promote renewable energy and energy efficiency.
It's about making conscious choices as consumers, as citizens, and as participants in this technological revolution.
Right. The future is not predetermined. It's shaped by the choices we make today. Let's choose wisely and build a future where AI and sustainability go hand in hand.
It's been a fascinating journey, exploring the intersection of AI and the energy crisis. We've covered a lot of ground, from the challenges of AI's energy consumption to the incredible innovations that offer hope for a more sustainable future.
We've seen that AI can be both part of the problem and part of the solution. It all comes down to how we develop and utilize this powerful technology.
And that's a wrap for today. We hope you've enjoyed this dive into the world of AI and energy. Continue exploring these topics, asking questions, and engaging in conversations about the future we want to create. Until next time.
Thanks everyone for listening. Please support the show and collect our episodes on pods.media.